Welcome to Snowmobile Sessions Live on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms. We're the #1 destination to learn about snowmobiling, network with other sledders, and have an awesome time doing it. We'll meet other snowmobilers that share your passion and show your fan photos along the way. Snowmobile Sessions Live. Enjoy the ride.
It's a journey for life and I'm your ride. Hang on.
This episode of Snowmobile Sessions Live is brought to you by Energy Power Sports, their Oakville's full-line BRP dealer with sales and service to all BRP models and so much more. Check out Energy Power Sports on YouTube. There's no fast link. Just go to YouTube, search up Energy Power Sports, and check out their awesome YouTube channel. They also keep up the date on Instagram as well and Facebook. So if you're on those platforms, check them out. And next Monday, big event, February 14th for Valentine's Day, the BRP Ski-Doo launch, 1 p.m., so check my channel or Energy Power Sports for more details on that great event. Details following later this week. It's also brought to you by Fast Track Traction Snowmobile Traction Products. Fasttrack.co. There's no K in track, so it's FASTTRAC.co. If you go on the site to order your studs and backers and nuts, put that toolkit in the cart. You're going to need it. Plus, you're going to use that coupon code SNOW, S-N-O-W, and that toolkit is absolutely free. Thank you so much to our friends at fasttrack.co, and we're going to hear more about them when they sponsor the fan photos coming up later in the show. And don't forget about the beer spa weekend happening in a couple weeks. There's a couple rooms still left. I think there's one cabin for Monday night only available as of the end of last week. It might be gone now, but if you're interested and you can't get through to Melissa Whittle, then just shoot me an email and I'll see what I can do for you. But that's going to be an exciting event we got coming up and look forward to that as well. So, but today it's about Nick from Curve Industries. How are you, bud?
Good. How you doing?
Very well, thank you. You're getting a little taste of live YouTube right here before your eyes.
It's a new experience for me, but we'll make it work. Thanks for having me. Much appreciated.
No problem. So tell me a little bit about, we're going to see lots of pictures from you coming up, but tell me a little bit about Curve Skis, Curve Industries, and you and your involvement in it. And
so Curve goes way back. I actually started development of the product, the Xsx ski, which is our original model, back in college. And I'm like every other snowmobiler. I'm always searching for the best ride, and what they had out there just didn't give me the best ride. So I figured I could spend a little bit of time, put my expertise to use, and build some skis. So we filed for a patent to our variable geometry technology. It manipulates the snow rather than just cutting a path through the snow. So it's something a little bit different. It gives you a nice aggressive ski, great cornering, great straight line performance, supreme durability. And you know, it's just a great product. And I finally was able to build something that I had always sought from other products out there. So it was, you know, I'm always still in search of that greatest ride. And I think any of us are as snowmobilers. I mean, I get out just as much as I can, and the products out there just didn't offer it. So I wanted to give it a go to build something better. And we've done just that.
Sorry, is the design different, the plastic itself, Nick, or is it just the design itself, the shape?
The design itself, the shape, our variable geometry technology funnels, compacts, manipulates the snow. It's you know, different than any other ski out there that they're cutting a path. They're you know, they got either a big deep keel or, you know, some different shapes on the outside, inside, whatever it may be. But snow manipulation for us is what does it, and that's what provides great aggressive ski, good positive cornering. And you know what's nice about products is when you can get a product and have a nice foundation and be able to build off of that nice foundation, because every snowmobile, every chassis wants something. Just like every engine, you go to an engine builder and you're going to be able to get as much as the engine will allow out of it based on the parameters that it was designed around. And, we take the maximum out of every chassis out there by bolting on a set of Curve XS skis or XM for our mountain guys and giving them the ability to tune it. I can't tell you how many sleds I have come through here. One of the things I enjoy doing is working with individuals, setting up their sleds, and geez, you give you 15 minutes with a sled and it makes all the difference in the world if you have a little understanding of suspension tuning, ski tuning, chassis tuning, all of just little things that make a big difference.
Oh, for sure. Have you got one sitting there beside you?
Yeah, I do. I've got.
Yeah, hold it up because I have a question. Like they're a really unique shape.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I seen these skis years ago, and it's probably Tony Cat that actually introduced me to them. And I never really got the parabolic shape is something from the downhill ski world, and it actually changed that industry totally. But I never really realized how much movement there is in a snowmobile ski until we had Bergstrom Skeggs on, and he talked about the advantages of the triple point when the ski's tilting and turns. And Correct. Is that where your contact point, like that's the whole reason for the parabolic, is that ski is full contact on when it's curved, when it's on a corner.
Correct. When the ski turns the corner, it'll actually tip in, and the inside of that ski will bite. But also, if you look down the profile of the ski, you can see that variable geometry. You're funneling and compacting snow. In varying snow conditions, your compaction level will be greater or less depending upon how dense the snow is. But it gives you a really positive cornering machine without all the steering effort. And that's really what we've sought after, is because I raced snowcross for years. I sent you a vintage photo there. And
yeah, I seen that. It's awesome.
And I hated all the steering effort in order to get my sled to handle, because by the time I was done with the race, all the skinny guys would be still breathing just fine, and I'd be on oxygen because I'm a little bit heavier. So I did every advantage I could get. and the ski helped us out with that. And we found it works very well, and we've got a good group of riders, a good group of individuals, and we just love the sport too. It's a good time.
That's cool.
So that design looks like it would be amazing in deep powder and hard packed, I guess, Nick, eh?
It does get great flotation in powder with the variable geometry profiles wider up front, so it keeps the tip up. But actually with our XM ski, our mountain ski is the one that is purely for powder. It still has our variable geometry profile. Mm-hmm. But as you can see, it's a little bit wider. It's got a little bit different profile because all the crazy maneuvers these guys are doing in the backcountry now, they need a ski that offers them the ability to maneuver the sled and for the ski to do very different things than you would see it do on the trail. So the reason for the differing designs between the XM and the XS is just that. Mainly, they're on the side hill counter steering.
Right. Does that keel that you have that channels the snow, does that give you a bit more flotation as well?
What it does is it helps pick the tip up because you're funneling the snow in. And what it's doing is with that larger surface area up front, it keeps the tip up and out of the snow. Yeah.
And David Miller, he asked, is it addition to lighter steering, does it eliminate darting?
So what it does is it reduces darting, but there's always a compromise with snowmobiles, and you can either have superior cornering, but then you have to sacrifice somewhere. So what we like to do is look at the customer as an individual for their machine and set it up, get them into, if they're a trail rider, an XS model, and then tune with different wear bars. And then we also offer the leading edge, which is a piece got here that bolts in front of the wear bar. And what that does is any ruts or tracks or anything, what that does is eat them up before your wear bar would hit them. So
nice.
There's with any type of snowmobile, I always like to ask the question for individuals because everybody's different. Everybody has a tolerance. Like the setup that I have on my wife's sled is much different than the setup that I would have on either my crossover sled or my trail sled. So depending upon which setup you're after and what you're trying to improve on your machine, that will determine what ski, wear bar, or other accessory you would go with.
So
Nice.
you can use any manufacturer's carbide with that, right? Or do you have your own specific?
Actually, it's specific bolt pattern to our ski, but there are other manufacturers out there that do use the same bolt pattern.
Okay.
Oh, nice. So if you were buying an aftermarket carbide for it, how would you know which one to order? Is there a measurement that you provide, or?
No, you just say for a Curve XS ski or a Curve XM ski, you would just
Okay.
specify the model, and then every manufacturer makes carbides for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Now, Denon says there's a ton of carbides that fit him, so there's a ton of choice. He says he's got them and they don't push ever. He's pretty impressed. So that's great. So he said
Good.
that, yeah, compared to his Pilot 6.9s. Let's see who else is in the chat, shall we? We got Uncle Buck, loving his Tech Fest, Rich. Tim V. He says, anyone else having trouble loading? That's probably the same trouble I'm having here. Mike Goolies. Buddy broke his sternum when he crashed his sled. That sucks. Odie and the sled and car guy, he's in there. Dominator, he's got some pictures he sent in this week, and sounds like he's talking to the Michigan Outlaws. And look what I got this week. My new hoodie. Yeah. Got that in the auction. Beat out a ton of people after that. Auction stuff shipping. So I just got that today. Headlights are going out this week, so it's going to be a good time. Whaley Boys, what's up, guys? Dave Miller, of course, you mentioned him. Tony Cat, hey all. Tony Cat's the reason you're here there. Curve, we got you. What else? Corey Brock, of course. Mrs. Uncle Buck's probably watching. Who knows? Let's see who else. I did see Pro Polaris in here.
Yeah, he's here.
And Renegade X can't be. There he is. Pro Polaris is there. I don't know. Denon Oosterman. Good God. They're all here. The usual suspects and then a few more. But yeah, so that's good. Sounds like people are loving it. How long have you been? When did you start this? You said college, but you look like a young guy.
Yeah, young guy, thanks.
That could have been last weekend for all you know.
No, 2008, we shipped our first set of skis in January.
Wow, that's awesome. And then over the years, how many changes and iterations have you seen? Is it constantly developing, or is it something where you think you've got her perfected?
The XS model actually is our staple. That's been with us since 08, and we've made no changes to that. The only thing that we've done is come out with our additional accessories, the leading edge option. We've got our thruster option, different wear bar configurations. We work closely with all the wear bar manufacturers, and our skis respond quite well to minute changes in wear bars or any tuning that you're doing to the bottom of that ski. And I always stress to people that, you start with that good foundation, and then you work your way up from there, tuning the sled into what you want. But you've got to be able to find a product that offers you that versatility to where you can go with different wear bar configurations, different accessory configurations, because as I said, every rider's different, every condition's different. I mean, you go across the board and it just changes on it so regularly.
Yeah. So how is it plastic? I know Rich kind of touched on it. Is the plastic different, tougher, stronger? Like, is there any advantage over a stock material? Like, we had a Pilot on my son's sled. We ran over a rebar buried in the trail and it tore the bottom right of the ski, carbide gone and everything. And is it more durable than the original Pilots, or what's your thought on that?
Yeah, it absolutely is, because when you get a stock ski from the manufacturer, they've got to try to put something out there that would fit everybody. And they also want to make it as economical as possible. So of course, in order to make it more economical, it has to be thinner. So we have more plastic, more material, more rigidity within the design. And we also have the luxury here too. We do manufacturing right in house. I mean, right to my right is our manufacturing facility, and we set that up a few years ago. So for us, we can make changes. We can make changes to the mix. We can make changes to how we process everything in order to get different benefits out of the ski. Our mountain ski, we offer our XM and our XM Pro. Our XM Pro is a little bit heavier, a little bit more durable. It's a little bit different process to make it, but when you put that ski up against the XM ski, it's amazing the difference you see between the two. I mean, if you look at this the XM Pro here, if you look at the flexibility here, this is,
Wow.
you know, we're not really moving much. And then you go to the XM, which is a much lighter, softer feel. This ski weighs just under 4 pounds. Look at the difference in the flexibility.
Holy smokers.
Wow, that's
See
great.
how much that one moves. And this one back to the XM Pro. See how little that movement is in there?
Mm-hmm.
And that gives the rider a completely different feel. And we have guys riding in the mountains that some prefer the XM Pro, or guys who they ride a little bit harder, a little bit more aggressive. They're a bit more of a banger. They love the XM Pro, especially the guys on the mountains for the hill climb stuff. We developed the ski. We spent many years. I don't know if you know Shad Free, Ty Free. Shad, one of the original sled necks. He spent a lot of time with us on this. Ryan Thompson, the whole Thompson family, a lot of time in development. And we've been working on that ski for, probably about 8 years. And we just came out with it last year.
Wow. Ghoulies wants to know where Curve Industries is located. And do you ship to Canada? Is it easy to get from Canada? What kind of turnaround you got?
It is, yeah. It's absolutely simple to get product from Canada, and actually an easy way to do it is Mike Island. I'm sure you know who Mike Island is.
Snowcross racer,
right from Canada, and he distributes for us up in Canada, and or we can ship directly from here. Either way.
Yeah, nice. Before this show ends, we'll actually put that link up in the chat so that people can follow it too. So the website's really good and informative as well. Yeah, Tony Cat says you also have drag racing skis. We're going to see some pictures of that as well.
We do custom cut drag skis too. We do them. This is the smaller, lighter version right here. Yeah, this is for like a pro mod sled or some of those big outlaw sleds. Look
at the way that tip is cut in there.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's cut. It's made lighter. It's got a different profile for tracking. We actually mill out a slot here where the wear bar goes to. So it's quite a different setup, but it's been very popular. But the good thing about it is too, see how thick that plastic is, also good durability for guys who are running, what are they, 500, 600, 700 horsepower sleds? Those things are insane. So
that's true. Yeah. So for an aggressive trail rider, what's the top pick, or is there options?
So top pick for aggressive trail definitely would be our XS model, and then from there, it depends on what exactly you're looking for as far as handling goes for wear bar configurations or leading edge option. I tell you, with a 6-inch wear bar with our leading edge option, a lot of guys who are running those bigger power, heavier 4-strokes, that's like the ultimate setup. If you're running a little bit lighter skidoo, you're looking for better cornering performance, improved straight line performance, durability, then XS model with a 6-inch round bar. Then that works great. Even just spending time on the wear bar design, just placement of carbide makes a big difference with our ski. As I said, it responds very well to different wear bar configurations, and you don't have to run 8, 9, 10 inches of carbide. You're looking at 4 or 6 inches.
Well, and I think you wouldn't need a shaper bar either, because that keel looks like it's pretty deep, doesn't it?
It is, yes. The keel is aggressive, but I will tell you that we have a group of our customers that do like the shaper bar on that on that ski. So it's, for my preference, I prefer a round bar for trail riding. I like the leading edge option, especially when it's getting real icy and it's setting up. And my wife, I tell you what she likes is she likes a Slim Jim dually on one side and then just a 6-inch round bar on the other side. She has nice, easy steering, and she gets no darting.
Nice. That's the thing. We're playing around with our 09 that we put a 129 arm motion in, and it's just getting that right tuned feel in the front end that's the tricky part, right? Yeah. Especially when you change a sled that dramatically, you know. So we're still trying to figure that front end out. So I'm glad you're on the show.
Yeah, maybe we can help you out with that, but it's just little things that make a big difference. As I said, we spend a lot of time tuning machines for individuals who bring them in. I enjoy spending that time because it's just little small adjustments, and I'll get a phone call to be like, wow, this is like a totally different sled. And all you're doing is starting with that good foundation and just tweaking it a little bit from there.
Nice.
How many different color combinations you got going there, Nick? I see you got quite a few colors.
Geez, we probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
I think
10,
there's a
11.
photo of them with all the colors. Is there?
Yeah,
not?
I think I got a photo
There's
with
a-
all
there's
the
a-
colors. I think
there's a lot,
10 or 12
yeah.
different colors. Yeah,
Yeah.
just about a
Right on.
dozen. So yeah, there's quite a few different color combinations.
Cool.
No, that's cool. Well, you know what? You want to have a look at some fan photos while we're here, and we'll get to yours as well.
Sure, sounds good.
Okay, let's do that. Fan photos are brought to you by Fast Track Snowmobile Traction Products.
Slides with us tonight, night. Don't let them go to waste. One moment, one shot.
Check out fasttrack.co. All right. There we go. Some things are working tonight, right? Yeah. So anyway, I got a few pictures from me in the start here. This is
I've
my
seen that today.
Yeah, for those that don't follow me on Instagram, check out MUDBRATS_Snowbrats on Instagram or Facebook. And you leave the two sleds alone, Roscoe and Bullwinkle, in the garage for a few hours, and they go straight to the bottle. What a mess. So looks like the Ballistic is having a big jugs, and the little 600, he's taking her easy a bit, So we had a good ride on the weekend too. We did a few kilometers. We went from Ayr to Durham and checked out the new homestead there. They've totally renovated that place. It's amazing now. And then we went back to the Drumbo Clubhouse and
Nice.
did a big loop back. It was a lot of fun. And blew out the rear suspension on Roscoe, which is why the other post was put out there this morning of what would I do if I wasn't doing this today. So I should have the suspension back in it tomorrow, and then I'll be back on the snow. So.
Where'd you send your shocks to? What's his name? Yeah, right on. Perfect. Yeah.
He rebuilt them and I put them in, and I did the quick adjustable on it, so it's got the hose that comes out. Well, the banjo bolt that's in that shock was hitting the frame, hit it. The arm motion had enough impact, then there was no tolerance there that the frame smacked it and bent the bolt and cracked it loose. So I lost all the gas. Jeez. I didn't lose it. Drew did. And then he rode about, I don't know, over 200 kilometers with just the spring of the torsion bars. We cranked him up, and it did what we could to get him going. But if there was ever any bumps, man, you felt it. I switched with him for a bit, so
right on,
just to take some load off of him. But yeah, I didn't realize it was a different skid than on a QAS model than it is on a regular R motion. So I had Denon who's in the chat there, send me a bunch of pictures of his, and now I know what I got to do. I know I got to hone it out, but I just don't know how far I got to go. So
right on.
That's tomorrow's project, or tomorrow night. So we'll see how far I get. And then we met a bunch of new fans while we were on the trail there. 5 of them.
Right on.
Yeah. And that was on the way home, almost home there. I think that was Fergus. And then Friday night, we went to the wing night at the St. Clemens Clubhouse, a big monthly fundraiser, the first Friday of every month. So it's not often you get to ride to one of these things. And we went early. We left at 3:30, I think it was. We actually pulled out of Ayr, and we went up to St. Clements, and we were one of the first to arrive. It started at 5 o'clock, so it was pretty good. There's a clubhouse in the background. They're actually losing that clubhouse. I don't know if you.
I was going to say, that's a hell of a clubhouse, man. That's a hell of a building, eh?
I know the farm's been sold that it sits on, and
that's too bad.
And they're losing it. So apparently they've kind of got some irons in the fire for a replacement, but it won't be nearly this good. No. Yeah,
do they keep the groomer in there, Gary? It looks like a big door back there where the groomer's in. Is it?
I don't know whether the groomer's it's big enough for that, but it's a service bay for things. Like there's a ton of stuff in there in that door. That's where they had us go in. But man, oh man, like it's usually, I think it used to be licensed, or they probably do license events in it, but it's amazing. There's a hockey rink at it, and it's outdoor hockey rink, and it's a pretty swanky place, right?
Yeah, right on.
And it's sad to see them losing it. So, and then this is on the famous bridge on the way to Durham there. Mark Bowl will know what. Yeah. And then Odie, you heard he canceled his snow check, Rich?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he got a new sled. Did you know what it is?
No. Well, I think I saw, was it the cat?
The cat. He's Odie the
Yeah.
cat guy now.
Yeah.
There it is right there. He says, so as you know, I canceled my order with Polaris because my sled wasn't coming till March. So I purchased this 2002 Arctic Cat SRT 664 stroke. This was the first ride, and I was pleased with the ride, but not the top end speed. It only did 105 kilometers an hour max. Of course, my ride is with his buddy Mike Kay and his girlfriend Leslie. Leslie's driving the Yamaha VMAX 600 triple, and everyone knows what Mike Kay's driving, the MXZX. Glad to be back in the saddle. When I ordered my new sled, it's a tough decision, 4-stroke or 2-stroke.
Wow.
So there's Mike and Leslie. So the most eligible bachelor in Muskoka is now taken. Sorry, ladies. Yeah, he's a great guy. So I can't wait to get up there and ride with those boys now. And this is from Anthony Palermo. He's in the chat, I think. He was in there earlier. Hey, Gary, my dad and I and his buddies went up to St. Mary's. We dropped in and did about 330K all together. It was a lot of fun and perfect mix of different trail types. 10 out of 10. Remand to do. So I don't know what that means, but yeah, it's and it looks like he's been watching my channel. He's got the phone mount there on the dash. So hopefully that's working out for him well. Yeah, I love the St. Mary's area, man. That's a great, there he is. He's there. Hey, Anthony, did you see the roundabout? Do they still do that there? It's the world's first snowmobile roundabout in Stratford area.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love that free ride panels there. And then someone's got the Renegade XRS. Love that. And then Dominator says, here's a couple pics from this weekend in St. Germain, Wisconsin. We're up there for the annual radar run / bikini races. I did not wear my bikini, LOL. And I only got one photo from him. So I was hoping he would have sent me some bikini pictures. Not of him, but of bikinis.
Right on.
You ever been to the bikini run, Nick?
No, I haven't. I've heard good things though.
Yeah, what a great event. I just like the philosophy behind it. You know, Anthony says, of course, the Polaris broke down in that picture. That's funny. And then Matt Darnell says, just got back home yesterday. A 2021 Polaris Indy XC 137 850. Right there. Nice looking machine. And there, look at that sunset photo. Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah. That's the way that this would be like our trails, but the stakes would be way off screen to the left. You know, it's a great lake shot. We had some great sunsets lately. Like the last few days have been over the weekend have been dynamite.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's good, man. Local riding's been awesome again this year, bud.
Oh yeah. It's crazy.
My
neighbor sent me a picture from the cottage and there's only like 10 inches on the deck. And we usually have halfway up the doorknob. You know what I mean? Like 24 inches easy. And then you look at the forecast and it's like 5 to 10 centimeters every day. And he was out today and he said that the trails are almost mud. Isn't that sad?
It's crazy because anywhere from Huntsville north, man, it's thin all the way up to North Bay. Like it's pretty scary. Weird.
Yeah. Not good at all. And Tad Hershey, he's at the Marquette Overlook. That's a great view there.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah. No, hopefully it comes back. Like hopefully you get some snow, but man, it's late in the season, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah,
for sure.
So give a thumbs up on the vid, guys. Whaley Boy says, I love that. Do that. Take some time and smash that like button. So anyway, this is your show now, Nick. What do we got here? Look at this Arctic Cat.
Ooh, there's some throwback.
I had to take a picture of a picture for that one.
I noticed that, right? So
Snow
you
Pro.
did a lot of racing in your days, did you?
Way back in the day, yeah, that's well, that's not what started it all, but it definitely was a passion of mine for sure. Had a lot of good years, had a lot of fun, met a lot of great people. But my whole family was involved in it. Just thinking back to it, I mean, we all used to go, and we used to spend weekends. What snowcross was, if you grew up in like the late 90s, early 2000s, it was, everybody was involved in it. The whole family was there. Trailers were open, food was cooking, everybody was together, and we were just having a blast. And it was fierce competition on the track, but man, I tell you, it was a good time. And back then too, I mean, you could be a semi-pro, which is now pro light, and you could be making great money. It was unbelievable what the sport was bringing back then. It's just nuts, and how big it was, and how popular it was, and how everybody wanted to be into it. It was just a great time.
Yeah.
And it was a platform for me to learn about sleds and learn about sled setup, and I just got so much from it. It was a good time.
We had MJ Thompson on. She started snow crossing back in the early days, and she said it was amazing because they give you everything if you raced. Oil and belts and you name it. Like basically the only reason she signed up and her friends signed up was to get free parts for their sleds. Is that kind of the way it was in your neck of the woods?
I mean, you just everything was just there. It was available, and you could go. I mean, when I started racing, you wouldn't believe the setup that we had. I mean, I think it was I don't know, maybe a 1986 Blazer with an open trailer pulling way too much weight than it could handle. And we'd pull up to the racetrack, and you would see all these individuals out there with just whatever setup. And now today, geez, I don't even know if you could imagine pulling up in something like that. But man, did we have a good time. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've been to a few races. A buddy of mine was a photographer for the one local boy here that raced, and then I've gone to a few of the ones that ended up here at the ski hills nearby, and I can't believe some of the trailers that show up. You know? So we had Cale Firth 140 on in the summertime. He just took a bronze podium there last weekend, so he's rocking again this year. But nice. Yeah, he's got quite the swanky setup too. But it's all about the sponsors, right?
Yeah.
Anymore.
That's what it is.
Yeah. And I mean, we that was a motocross versus snowcross, and he's got the fancy trailer and all these sponsors, and Wyatt, who's a big up and comer in MX, is paying all his way. You know what I mean? Driving their own camper and their own trailer, and so. He got a little bit of headway this year. He's got the bikes provided, but yeah, Dad doing the mechanicking and everything. So
yeah, that's how it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fun times though, man. Like that would have been neat to be part of the snowcross scene back in those days.
It was. I tell you, in the competition too. I mean, if you look back to guys like Chris Vincent, Blair Morgan, and the battle that those two used to have. Blair Morgan, just the wild man on the track, and then you have Blair Morgan just as smooth as you've ever seen anybody ride, and it was just unreal. And I got to experience it firsthand at the racetrack with these individuals, working with them, talking with them. It was just amazing. And we swapped sled setup information. It was just crazy. We had some really cool stuff. And I actually had a guy who he actually was building tracks for the national circuit. Bob Pulowski built a snowcross track. He had an old bulldozer. He came up to me. He's like, "Hey, you're a local guy. If I build a track, you want to come over and ride on it?" Sure, absolutely. I'll come over and ride on your track. And he worked his way up to building tracks on the national circuit. And he just had a really good thing going. We used to do race schools there. We had Robbie Malinowski one year. We had Brett Bender one year. We just had a blast, just such a good time. And it was a lot of fun.
Right on.
Very cool. What are we looking at here? You two guys leaning on skis. Is that your presses behind?
Yeah, that's actually the first set of skis right there to come off of the presses in our facility. and that's my father on the right hand side, and on the left is a guy who's been with me for years and a good friend of mine. Now he works with us full time. And yeah, my dad, he was the guy wrenching on everything at the snowcross tracks. And Andy, he was there, one of my biggest fans. He actually, the guy on the left, the skis behind me, I've got the original set of XS. It's prototype number 2. And I was just getting out of school. I just finished machining those at a machine shop from a guy who I didn't even know. And I said, hey, I've got these skis. I got to get them machined up. I've got the program. I've got the model. I've got everything complete. What do you say I come over and use your machines and we whip these things out? So he's like, yeah, I'll entertain this guy. So went over there, got the skis all machined out. It was late in the season. Luckily, Tug Hill still had some snow. So I didn't have a truck and trailer at the time. Shit, I barely had anything. So I give Andy a call. I was like, hey, Andy, I got these skis I got to test. I got a sled. You got a sled? Let's go. He's like, yeah, sure. I'll be over in 30 minutes. So
that's awesome.
He comes over and we go up and test the skis. We're like, wow, these things are working pretty good. This is a nice setup. So then the following year, we did a whole bunch of testing, got a whole bunch of different riders across the board on the product. And everybody's like, wow, you got to do something with this thing. You got to do something with this. This works. This works. This works. And this is what you see today. And that's where it started. And it's the guy on the left. And that was, I think, 3 years ago that we started manufacturing in-house. And boy, what a challenge that was. But now it's nice to be able to have complete control over everything right here.
Right on.
So are they machined still? Are they injection molded? Are you able to discuss the process?
Yeah, it's compression molding. It's the same process that any other company's going to use. And UHMW, the material, in order to maintain the properties that it's capable of, super flexible down to low temperatures, better wear resistance than steel, you have to compression mold it. And it's a process that it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of heat, a lot of pressure. And once the product comes out, you get a super durable ski. And that's what allows us to have plastic skis today is UHMW compression molded.
Nice. So that piece behind you is the actual die for the molding?
It is.
Yeah,
it
right
is.
on.
How many skis can you produce in a day on average, Nick? Like
the volumes are super low. I mean, the numbers are, it's like injection molding. You're producing thousands of parts a day or whatever. We're producing a few parts a day.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable how long it takes to make a set of skis.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, well, if you 3D printed it, you could start today and have one ready in about 2.5 years, right? That's awesome.
Yeah. That's good to see too, being manufactured here, in North America. So that's awesome in itself, right? So
I love it. I love any company that has passionate sledders behind the brand. You know what I mean? It's not just somebody that's gone out a few times. You raced and you developed and you tuned. And so are you an engineer by like, is that what you went to school for?
Yeah. I'm a mechanical engineer by trade. Yeah.
Right on. That's what my son's doing. So nice. I hope he's watching.
Good for him.
That's good.
He'll be able to write his own ticket.
Yeah, that's
Engineers
good.
are in high demand today.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that's the case. He was thinking about not going to school and deferring it because of the in-person, the online learning part. And I said, get it done. Yeah. Get your degree and your ring, and hopefully the people that deferred will be all competing against themselves when you're working.
Yep, so, absolutely. If he's got good work ethic and he's in the engineering field, absolutely he'll be write his own ticket, no problem. No questions.
Sure. He loves snowmobiling, so if you're ever looking for a good mechanical engineer, I'll send him your way.
Send him down to New York. So, here we are.
Yeah, for sure. And he loves snowmobiling too. So hey, Dustin Ingram, thank you so much, buddy. He says, "Cheers, boys." Oh, I don't know whether my sound effects are working. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, I heard it at the beginning there. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Perfect. Awesome. Thanks, Dustin. That's very much appreciated, buddy. We haven't had one of those in a while. So it's great. So what are you doing here? Is this one of your test proving grounds?
Yeah, this is just me last night testing. Yeah,
nice. Yeah, look at the snow. Nice deep snow, man. Wow.
Yeah, but actually my daughter took the photos for me. I had her out for a little ride. I sent a couple pictures of her over, but she loves photography. And I said, hey, Haley, give me a couple shots here. We'll send them over to these guys.
Wicked too, man. Nice sunset there. That is awesome.
Yeah, that's
great
a
photo.
great shot.
Sunset's beautiful in the background. Yeah, we have a test track right out back here. We've had chip tracks that we test on. We've got a pond for watercross testing. And then we build a cross-country track. We build a snowcross track out back. I mean, we spend a lot of time. We put a lot of time and effort into testing, trail riding. I mean, we were out for the day trail riding, testing some different setups. And then this is just at the end of the day.
Randy says he ran your curved skis on his 2009 Crossfire and made the sled handle the way it should. And now he needs to buy another set for his XTX LE. Yeah.
We're ready.
You got a lot of love here, man. That's great.
Thank you.
I told Odie I wasn't going to show any Arctic Cats on the show tonight. That's why I wasn't going to show his new sled. And then I seen all your pictures. I go, damn, it's all Arctic Cat. Now I have to show Odie's picture. You know, I'm mad Odie didn't buy a Skidoo. That's my problem.
We've got them all
or
over
a Polaris. Here. Or a Polaris. I wanted to ride his 650 when he got it. So this is your sled of today, is it?
No, this is actually this is a customer of ours, brought his sled in, asked us to put together a setup, and we said, sure, we'll put one together for you. He actually bought the skis, got the thruster option on the inside there, improves flotation, cornering performance in soft snow. And then we deal with Raceworks too. We put a Raceworks bumper on that sled.
Those inside things look pretty cool. They actually add to the look of the ski. And then you can pick your tip color, your thruster color, all that stuff.
Thrusters are only offered in black, skis and loops every color.
Yeah, and is it a lava red, like a dew lava red? Like your red, or is it like how close is it?
The Polaris red pretty close is what the red is that we have.
It doesn't match the Skidoo red?
The Skidoo red, the Skidoo, the darker, I don't know. Is it
it's
close?
Kind of an orangey, it's kind of an orangey red.
It might be a skosh off.
Yeah, okay. Usually skis are covered in snow anyway, so I do like the white. That's neat. And then do you make them for the little mini sleds like this?
We don't make them for the mini sleds. That's just my kids out there getting their time in at a young age. We start them young here.
Yeah, that's cool. Very little snow there. How long ago was that taken?
Geez, that was probably, I would say, 10 years ago.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's on the chip track.
They're riding. Yeah, you can see the wood chips on my screen. You can't see it on the live stream because it's pretty granulated. But I didn't know you knew one of our fans, Mark Bowe. I didn't know you knew him. Here's a picture of him on one of his epic trail rides.
Poor Mark. That's it.
He likes the muddy trails.
Yeah, not snert, dirt.
Yeah, that's so. This is the ultimate test for your skis here, is it?
It is, yeah. Durability testing.
That was good, buddy.
Do you still race, or would you race if you had the chance?
I do. I actually do a little bit. My son's into it now. I'll do a little bit of snowcross, a little bit of cross country, a little bit of drag racing. I like to get into it as much as I can. I actually really enjoy it.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Anytime I can get out is definitely a good time. I'm typically on a snowmobile. Anytime there's snow or there's snow within an hour, I'm on a snowmobile just about every day.
Right on.
That's awesome. How long is your season where you live?
We typically start in about mid-December. We're able to get up onto Tug Hill, and then we go into about late March, early April.
Oh, that's a good season.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Really good season.
We've got to travel a little bit. I like to do a lot of backcountry riding too. So, and when you get towards the end of the season, there's still quite a bit of snow in the woods. So we spend more time in the woods towards the end of the season.
And the backcountry's local, or do you go to the mountains at all or anything like that?
Actually, we stay local. I do a trip to Michigan every year, though. we have a good time. I'm going there February 18th through the 25th. We'll be up there. We're meeting up with some of our riders too. That's a good time. We used to do, Snow had a great event up there, the ride-in event. They gather, geez, I don't know, 200-300 snowmobilers.
Wow.
We'd all pack into a couple hotels and we do a couple rides. We would lead a ride. They would have manufacturers there, and they do a dinner, the little party. I mean, it was a blast. It really was a good time. It gave us a chance to do some demos with our products. We really enjoyed it.
Do you do anything in Canada, or is it mostly the US you focus on just because of logistics as far as events and things?
Typically,
like
we would spend time in Canada, but the last couple of years haven't allowed us to really do anything. It's been tough, but Canada's been a good market for us, and I think there's plenty more opportunity. We're actually looking to expand distribution in Central and Western Canada as well.
Nice, that's great. And here's a little shot, a couple color options.
Very on.
Yeah, that's great. Blue for Yamaha, black, and then I guess you can get different ski hoop colors too. Like, can you get a red ski hoop on a white ski, or vice versa?
Any color you like. Yeah.
Awesome. And the Shim kits, you order those with every ski, the rubbers and the shims.
Correct.
It's
specific mount kit. Yep.
Yeah, specific to each spindle, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I just think the shape is so cool. Like, it's hard to see in that photo. It's but they're really parabolic. Well, that blue one you can see how the edges are cut in on it. It's amazing. And that's the thing. It's like, I never really thought about how much movement is in the front end of a sled. And then when we had the other people on, like John Sherrard and Clark from Bergstrom, talking about the mechanics of that front end, it's like, well, this ski makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it was built for the rider forward design of sleds today.
Nice. Can you use them on like a ZX chassis? Is there any advantage to that, or are they more specific to?
It will be more aggressive on that than of course any stock ski that you would have out there, but the significant benefit that you see are on the new chassis for sure.
Yeah. Now, are you feeling the heat of the pinch of the COVID logistics issues? I know, like when we busted that ski with for Roscoe, I couldn't find new ones, and used I had put out there, and Denon actually had a pair of beat up ones, but I actually found one ski here in town from the guy that does some of my wrenching for me, and you know, I put that on as a temporary fix till I can find something else. But have you got lots of stock there?
We do have good inventory right now, but unfortunately our black resin has been on back order forever. So the raw material in black, it was a good thing that we had a good stock of colors, but yeah, black resin has been hard to come by this year.
Yeah, that's what I heard, right? You know, the Skidoo's out of black skis. So yeah, it's a crazy world we're in right now.
It is.
Yeah. So is this your race trailer we're looking at here?
So we actually did the New York shootout back in, I think we're looking at 2013, 2014. I drove actually for the shootout, and then I drove our two sleds as well. And we won the 800 class and the 800 improved, and then the improved stock turbo class as well.
Nice. Look how horizontal the A arms are, man. It's just straight. That's perfect. Eh?
That's why they handle so good, right?
Looks like you went to John Sherrard. That's how he gets the front ends, man. That's great.
Yeah.
That sled was 425 horsepower. I think it was like 120 miles per hour in the quarter mile, or was it 660? I can't remember. Maybe it was 660, but yeah, that sled was a ripper. That was a lot of fun.
Sweet. Nice wraps too.
Yeah, it looks wicked.
Your trailer is really low. Do the wheels tuck up in underneath there?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's a power hauler.
Yep,
it's a power hauler, yeah.
That's sweet. You don't even need ramps. You just wheelie up into it. Is that right?
Yeah, you just jump into it. Crack the throttle.
Lift the skis and then you go.
Make sure you're on the brake before the other end gets to you.
Would you get more inside ski lift with that aggressive of a ski? Mike Guliz wants to know.
So you potentially could get more inside ski lift. However, a lot of that can be tuned out with sled setup.
Yeah. We had a lot of ski lift talk on the weekend. Corey can attest to that. Roscoe needs some red curve skis. I agree. Yeah. See there, Corey, you got to keep posting that. Maybe Nick will get the hint. You know. So Roscoe needs any ski up front, but for sure he'll get the curves would be a big benefit with that. What's going on in the back there? Oh, sorry. What were we looking at there?
So this is that's actually a carbon sled that we built. It was for a customer. We do some custom builds. We actually, for a few years, we were doing builds and giving them away. But with COVID, the last couple of years, shows were down, so we haven't done a build sled. But this is us late season riding in the backcountry.
That's wild.
Wicked. Lots of dirt there too.
Yeah, I think we're pushing late April there.
Yeah. This kind of looks like what my Tinkercad drawings look like when I do some 3D printing. Not quite as detailed though. I can't quite get all those shapes in there. That's nice. Do you ever do any custom stuff with people's names and logos and stuff on them, or is that really too crazy of a request?
Yeah, it would be a very difficult request with the process that we use to make the skis and how much pressure we're under. It'd definitely be difficult.
Yeah. I wasn't sure, like in the day when you said you're machining prototypes, that's probably an easier spot to do that. But now when you get the mold done, it's, it is what it is, right?
Yeah. And prototypes, we're looking at thousands of dollars of cost invested into those. So it's a lot of machining time, and a lot goes into us producing prototypes in order to test. Yeah.
That's sweet. Any comments on that photo? Features to point out? Like, is that decorative? Some of that ribbing that's on the front of it, or does it serve a structural purpose?
It does serve a structural purpose, but it absolutely is for looks as well. I mean, if one thing that we've always wanted to have was a ski that looked good and performed good, because a lot, when you look at individuals in the snowmobile market, everybody wants to look good. Everybody wants to have the nicest product, the nicest gear, everything looking good. So definitely the looks are very important, but there's a lot of structural design that goes into that as well. And then of course the little buttons are for grip for deep snow riding when the guys are walking on their skis. Yeah. Oh, for sure. I like it. It looks really aggressive, right? Nice look. Probably would help ditch snow too, right? You wouldn't get because they're shaped that those lines are all pointing backwards. It would help direct snow. Yeah. Corey comments again, Roscoe needs some red curve skis. He's really pushing that in.
Well, he's seen the inside ski lift to the full potential. Bullwinkle needs a set too, I think.
We'll get them all set up.
I'm trying to compete here, Nick, with Smart Shocks. All right. And how do you do that? And I think the curved skis are the advantage I need on my 2009 and my 2022. That's what I need.
Could be. We'll get you set up.
What are we looking at here? This is a Viper.
Yeah, this is one of our demo rides that we did at a dealership. And what we'll do is sleds will pull up. We'll bolt on a set of skis, let them test them out. And this customer here pulled in, liked the setup, and went home with them.
That's how I'll get a set of skis. I'll put them on and I'll just drive away. You can keep the old one with the holes in them.
You'd be the first guy to do that. We've never had that happen.
You can keep the worn out carbides and the skis with the holes in them. It's fine. I'm good. I love it. That looks really good on that Viper. I love the white and blue combo.
Hey, Nick, my buddy was saying he had a set of your skis. He said he never had to use ice scratchers because it threw some snow like great onto the skid to keep it lubed. He said it was really good.
It does. That's actually a side benefit to the skis that we don't really talk about too much. But with the variable geometry profile, and when you're going over hard, icy snow real fast, what it'll do, it actually it'll funnel it in and whip it right into your skid.
Yeah, he said that. He said it was amazing.
2 degrees cooler. Yeah, it's crazy that it works like that, but yeah, it absolutely does.
Awesome. Is there a lot of snow kick up from them, like even out the other side, or is it mostly directed inside?
You do get some to the outside too, but most of it is directed inside. Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Gooley says that's mint. Yeah. That's awesome. We learn so much from these guys, Rich, don't we?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that's good. That's awesome product.
You can tell the quality, but when you see them in white like that and there isn't a flaw on it, that's where you see that it's the quality of workmanship's that put in these things. Yeah. And the family business too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's my daughter right there holding the one ski, my son on the right. That's my mother, my father, and then of course me.
That's great. Yeah. Is that like how many employees do you have working for you? Is it small and tight?
Yeah, so we've only got a few employees here. Yeah, we run a pretty tight ship over here. Yeah.
Yeah. So you build stock up all summer and exhaust it through the winter and then rinse and repeat kind of thing.
We run all year round. Yeah, we run all year round.
Yep. Right on.
Yeah.
I guess with it, like that's the thing. Diehard snowmobilers, there isn't really a season. You're buying things in August and July, and it drives my wife crazy, But Emily says it's the best skis I've ever used. All caps. And question.
He's yelling at us.
Like 5 or 6 question marks. So there you go. He's a fan of the show too. So there you go. I'll put it up on screen. You can see that. So how is the XSM for a crossover for a 50/50?
So I like the XSM model, and there's a couple. I've got an XSM here. And I'm glad that somebody asked a question, but if you're doing 50/50 riding and you want something that's a little more aggressive on the trail, but also gives you the ability to counter steer and carve, that's what this cutout is on this XSM. And I don't think enough people, crossover riders, take advantage of this, but this really helps you to rail through the corners off trail. And it also gives you a little added aggression because you can see, I don't know if you can see that in the camera there, but you can actually see where the keel's a little bit deeper there too.
Yeah.
So this
here, let me put you big. Hold it. Let me put you big here. There you go. Now you can show that off.
So
I can't believe I can't believe how thick the ski is.
Yeah.
That is insane.
It really is. And we have guys upwards of 40,000 miles on their XS skis. 40,000 miles.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane. And like endurance racers, they love this product because it's so durable. They don't have to worry about it breaking. They don't have all the steering effort, and it just gives them what they need all the time. And that's
wild. Is there a weight disadvantage, or is it so nominal that you don't, like a ski doesn't register?
Yep. Yeah. It is heavier, but it's not noticeable when you're riding down the trail with this ski.
Because it's designed to float better.
Correct. Designed to float better, designed for reduced steering effort, positive cornering, durability. But the XSM for a crossover model, if you want something that's aggressive, it'll give you good turning on slow speed downhills if you're trying to ascend back up the hill. And then it also gives you the ability to carve. Really good balance ski, nice crossover ski for sure.
Yeah, like I think that like for someone with a Mach Z or a 900R turbo or any 4-stroke, like a Sidewinder or a Thundercat, that would be like the go-to, right?
We actually, for like a Sidewinder, Thundercat, those models, the XS is king.
Is it?
We do very well with those heavier 4-strokes. The XS model, those guys with those big 4-strokes love them.
Right on.
Absolutely love them.
Yeah, I know. Like they say, changing the ski on a sled like that makes a world of difference, right? Because you want to lighten the front end, and if you can get that through the feel of the ski, that's going to be the thing that changes the game.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
That looks like the free ride we seen in Anthony's pictures.
Yeah, so that's another dealer that we set up with a set of skis on the showroom floor of that free ride. One of the local Skidoo dealers here.
Yeah, your hoops seem to go back far. Like, does that serve a purpose as well?
So what we wanted in our first design, that loop is that's our older model loop. We actually have a new XSX model loop, but that loop we wanted something sleek, looked very good, and was functional. It actually helps support the tip, and it helps with the flexibility up front as well.
Yeah, that's great. I can tell you put a lot of thought into the engineering of it.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time engineering this product and putting a product out there that everybody would love.
That's awesome.
Now, this is the wrap Rich was going to get on his Polaris this year.
Hey, man, Olaf's there, right on.
I know, isn't that awesome? Do you want to build a snowman?
That was my daughter's Christmas present. That's when my son had it, he had Skylanders. And then my daughter, hers, as you see it here. So
that is so cool, Nick. That is so cool.
That is cool.
I love it.
We love to customize the sleds for the kids. They're right into it.
Yeah, that's great. Mike Gouda says, show the one in your hand. What have you got there?
Oh, this is our Xsx Loop.
Yeah, see, that matches Gooley's sled right there.
Yeah.
Well, he needs to do some work on it, but yeah.
The main purpose of this loop too is for grip. This is especially our guys in the backcountry, they're always yanking on the ski tips. So this gives you a good grip. This allows your hand to wrap completely around the loop and be able to give you a good ski pole when you get stuck.
Is there an actual purpose for a ski hoop normally? Is it a structural thing to keep that tip up, or does it really serve a purpose?
It does serve a purpose for structural supporting the tip. And as you can see, one of the things that we incorporate with our ski is that little locking mechanism there. So when you're pulling on the ski, you're not putting pressure on just a small, 10 millimeter bolt. Now you've got all this surface area where this locks into the ski. So when you are tugging on it, you could actually pick up your sled from the ski loop and you're not going to do anything to the ski loop at all.
Wow. And look at how thick those ski loops are, Rich.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Those look
beefy. Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah. Beefy
but light.
Yeah, that's cool.
All the weight where you need it.
Yeah. Well, I like the length, how it does go back, because if you are yanking on it, that gives you some more pull too, right? Yeah. I get stuck a lot, believe me. There's people pulling on the tips of the skis frequently. Yeah. Maybe I wouldn't get stuck though with the curved skis. You think?
Yeah.
More flotation.
Hey Nick, I got a friend that's texting me. He's not in the chat, and he's wondering if you could suggest what you'd recommend for the Skidoo Turbo, the 900 for next year. What
type of riding does he do?
He's touring aggressive, not silly aggressive, but touring around. That's what he's going to be using the 4-stroke for, the Skidoo.
How many miles a year?
He's 5,000 or plus kilometers sometimes. So what is that? 3,500 miles, I guess.
So does he hate darting or pushing the corners?
I'd have to ask him that, but I would have to say probably pushing in the corners, I would think, right? But
pushing in the corners.
Yeah.
So on that setup, the setup that we have that's most popular for those bigger 4-strokes is our XS ski, 6-inch carbide, 2-inch or 4-inch leading edge, and just go.
Okay. Yeah. Now, square bar, or does it matter, Nick?
I actually prefer a round bar on those heavier 4-strokes.
Okay. Very good.
These are awesome in pink.
You gonna order some, Gary?
No, this would be good for the Hooter haulers.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Good call.
We give them a set every year, the Pink Ribbon
Riders. You do?
Oh, you do, eh?
That's great. Yeah.
Yep,
that's
for the local
awesome.
run they do here, but those were my daughter's Christmas present.
Yeah, we have them in Canada. The Kelly Shires Breast Cancer Foundation. That's a good charity you should look up if you want to do something like this for charity and get really noticed. Kelly Shires Foundation is amazing.
Kelly Shires Foundation.
Yeah, I'll send you a link after the show. They raise a lot of money. They have a lot of girls. Like we're talking about the beer spa weekend, and we're trying to get more females involved. And Corey's wife's coming, and I'm not sure who else is coming, but we'd like to get more involved. And we're going like, here's Hooter, the Kelly Shires Foundation, the Hooter Haulers, and the Dream Team, and everything. There's how many is there, Rich? 50?
Oh yeah,
maybe that do this ride every year. And it's like there is women out there doing this sport on their own aggressively and passionately, and it's like we need to get more of that involvement, right?
For sure.
Yeah, all
around. They're the people in Ontario, Canada that are doing women in sport justice.
Yep.
We would absolutely love them to get us on skis for sure.
Yeah, I'll hook you up with Amy. She'll be a good one to talk to on this. So she might actually be watching this, but I'll send you her info and you can get going there. Last year, Christy Carson says last year, she come out of the woodwork. There was over 100 ladies, Nick. So there you go.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's an amazing group. We actually did a fundraiser, Snowmobile Sessions Live, and you heard of Expedition Yeti in the US, right?
Mm-hmm.
Robert O'Donnell, and then we gave half the money to Robert O'Donnell, and we gave half to the Kelly Shires Foundation.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it was pretty good.
That's great.
$5,500 or something like that. Can't remember the final number, but yeah, it's pretty good time. Yeah.
Yeah. That is wild.
Yeah. So no, that's cool. I love it. So is pink a regular color, or is that something that is, low on the kind of the totem pole?
It's actually become really popular over the last couple of years. And this year especially, we've been doing a lot of pink.
Nice. I love the hood on this thing here.
Oh yeah, that's a wicked wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a improved stock 800 championship sled. And it's a funny story too. The individuals who runs that sled, Jason Spooner, he's local, and he would torture me because he would never try the skis on grass. I said, Jay, I'll give you a custom cut. I said, you'll absolutely love them. And after he ran them and started doing really well, he wouldn't take those skis off. And he tortured me.
Look how thick those hoops are on that one.
Holy crow, eh?
Yeah. Very beefy.
There's the shop foreman.
The shop puppy, yeah. The shop
there he
foreman.
is.
Yeah.
He stole my face mask. He didn't want me to leave.
Yeah, that's your glove there?
That's my face mask.
Oh, your face mask. Nice.
I was trying to go out yesterday, and he nabbed it from me, and he's getting ready to bolt.
And then he looks at you and goes, what you want? You can't go and leave me with these puppy eyes. That's hilarious.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, they look dynamite. That green is a perfect match, man. Love it.
That's my son's cross country sled.
Yeah,
Right
sweet. How old is this dog? This looks like an old photo.
I know, it looks vintage, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It looks like it was shot in like the 70s.
Out of grandma's.
That's awesome, man.
It's out of grandma's
cool.
photo album. I'm surprised it
put
doesn't have those little corners on it.
You put the filters on, right?
Yeah.
He's
That's
35
awesome.
today.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was his first ride last year on a snowmobile.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. That's wild. I'd probably get my dog to go a little ways, but then she'd jump off in no time at all.
He wasn't excited. Look at the look on his face.
Yeah, looks scared,
awesome.
right? Torture. What did I do to you to deserve this?
Yeah.
I love it. I have a picture of my dog in a ski boost, and she sat there, but we didn't move it. There was green grass when I took the picture, and it's like, I wonder if you'd actually be able to tow her on snow. I doubt it, but
Give it a try.
Yeah.
There's a
Oh, for
Lexan
sure.
hood on that sucker, eh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now there's the actual, what do you call those, the devices on the side of the ski?
Thrusters.
The thrusters on
Okay.
the outside.
Yeah. You can run
So
them
you-
on the outside or inside. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Neat.
It's almost like Batman skis.
Yeah. They look good. They offer another dimension to the ski. The guy in that picture there, Joe Nocentino, he used to be the main guy in the snowmobile industry for Boyesen. And he was actually the first guy I ever met in the snowmobile industry. He and I are great friends now. And yeah, he's there tuning that custom sled that we built.
Wow. Who is that, his or your sled?
No, it's actually a really good friend of mine from Lake George. He's a passionate snowmobiler, just like all of us. He's got probably, geez, I don't know. He's got a Manta with some big obscene snowmobile engine in it. He's got a Mach Z that he built. He has a Rev 440, an 05. Actually, I built that one for him too. And this is his Crossfire right here that we custom built for him. It's got carbon fiber, titanium all over, super lightweight, 800. And he's got a mountain behind his house, and every year he just likes to climb the mountain, and that's the sled he does it on.
That's awesome. Just Uncle Buck might have showed up late here, but he said, what do thrusters do? If you want to fill him in on that.
So they offer additional flotation in deep powder. and if the snow's getting soft, it adds cornering performance as well. It gives you a little more surface area, a little more bite in the corners. We use them a lot in cross country racing. If the track gets really soft and the corners are real mealy, we'll throw on a set of thrusters for a little extra bite.
Right on.
It's neat that you can tune them. I love that.
Yeah, it is neat.
There you are, posing there. Where's this picture taken? Is that the UP?
Yeah, that's in the UP. That's at that AM Snow Ride-In event.
Nice. Corey Brock says when Uncle Buck asked what thrusters do, he said same as a flux capacitor.
That's what I say. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. You don't need skis where we're going, Corey. How many do you do a lot of riding, like trips like that, or do you with your job, like being in the snowmobile world? I know with the stuff I do in it, it's crazy because you realize that crap, I could be sledding, but I'm actually working, you know?
Yeah, it's tough. I don't do nearly as many trips as I'd like to. I was going to Jackson Hole every year too, but we put that to a halt. We've just been so busy with everything, and with the family, it's definitely difficult. And you're always working, you're always traveling. We do the whole show scene and preseason, so it's a lot. So yeah, we're in the same boat as you.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. That's a sweet old Rev.
Yeah, that's Mike Island on the Rev there.
Nice.
All right on.
Yeah, we went up and did a little testing with him and his dad, Bob. So we spent a long weekend up there. He came down here, spent a little bit of time with us. We took him out, had a good time, and we've been connecting with him ever since. And he moves a lot of his product for us up in Ontario.
Sweet. And this is your daughter?
This is my son.
Oh, sorry. Apologies to the son if he's watching this post.
He's like, what?
He's at a basketball game now. You're good.
Okay, good. I'll delete this part out. I won't.
He's a good-looking boy. Don't worry about it.
Oh, for sure. That's the problem. He's too good looking. But so is he won a race here?
Yeah, that was his first win, drag racing. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. What kind of speeds is he getting?
He was on what was he on, a 600, and he was on a 500. He was probably, I don't know, 80 miles per hour maybe.
Oh, so he wasn't on Odie's 660 turbo. He had a faster sled.
The fastest. He was so excited about that trophy when he won that race, though. And he got $20 for the win, too. He didn't care about the $20. He was like, Dad, I'm just so excited. I want to go get the trophy. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, he's
all right, Nathan, we'll go get the trophy.
Does he race still other things? Like he's probably got a collection, I imagine, right?
Yeah. He does a little bit of snowcross, a little bit of cross country. We did a drag race a couple weeks ago. He won both his classes. So yeah, he does pretty well. He's lucky though. He's got we went out to full power performance. We went through his sled top to bottom. It makes really good power. It's clutched very well. It's a 500, but it's dialed right in. Works pretty well.
Yeah, you keep him in it young, man. Like, and does he help around the shop as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. When he's not playing sports or in school, he's quite an athlete too. So he plays every single sport there is. I don't know where he got his height from. He's 6 foot. I'm only 5'7", so I don't know how that happened.
They grow up. How old is he today?
He's 15.
15, yeah. Right on. Yeah, they shoot up. My son did the same thing. He was always smaller than my daughter, and then all of a sudden he's like taller than I am. So
yeah,
there's his $20. That's
awesome. The $20 he won right there. He didn't care about $20. He just wanted a trophy. I said, we got to get a picture of that too.
Did you frame it or anything like that, or did he blow it on candy?
I'm sure he blew it on candy, no doubt about it.
That's awesome.
That's my old tech vest he's wearing in that picture.
Yeah, that's cool. Love it. That's almost like our racing one that we got that Drew wears. They make a difference, man. Tony Cat lives a dream too. He lived to prove it as well. My son had a crash last year, and I don't care, trail riders or not. They're you need it. You need one on. You don't know what's going to happen.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
they do work well.
Uncle Bob bought my old one there, Gary. I don't know if you noticed that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so you know how I bought one too big for me, right? So
yeah, that's right. And
they did a nice exchange on that. And Rita was using it at shows and all that. And Uncle Buck bought it. And she sent me a picture. Someone bought your old. That's why. Anyways, yeah, it was funny.
That's cool. That's awesome. That's funny. We can actually just spray paint over that. You know, we'll put a logo. We'll put your logo on Uncle Buck. We'll get you done. Not that you shouldn't spray. We'll put your logo underneath it. Right?
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, why not? The thing was, what was it, 1 year or one season?
No, I wore 3 times.
Yeah.
That was it.
Really?
Yeah, it was just too big. Good. So yeah.
And then when you start gaining the weight back, you'll have to go back.
That's not happening anytime soon.
Uncle Bucks, I need you to autograph it, Rich. Yeah. Of course you do. Oh, there's the other one there, the other wrap.
Yeah, that's the Skylanders.
Right on.
Skylander, yeah, right on. Awesome. What's he riding now?
He has a Snow Pro 500.
Oh, sweet. They're fan cooled, I take it, right?
No, it's liquid cooled.
They're liquid? Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be that sled, will it be?
That's the sled right there.
Right on.
That was his Christmas present a few years ago.
Nice.
Holy, that's great.
Yeah, so Mom and I went out to pick it up. We bought it from a guy who he was a racer as well with his kids. He probably had 4 or 5 sleds there, and he was pretty heavy into snowcross, and just absolutely loved it. And it's been a great machine. Good. Those machines are really stable. They're wide. They're easy to ride, easy to steer. It's a great sled for kids if they want to get into racing. That's a good one.
Right on.
Yeah. Michigan Outlaws, were you here when I showed the shirt? He says, Gary, you'll have to check out my video. I mentioned you in it. There we go. You can get it at the swag from Michigan Outlaws. They have a shop somewhere. I don't know. They'll fill you in on it if you want. So thanks for mentioning me in videos, man. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Love it. Love you guys. You know that. And look, who's this sexy bugger?
Showing off the new Boost shirt. Look how excited I was.
I know, that's great. So you're doing shows now? Like, is there a lot of shows coming up? Or where are you going to be coming up? Where can our
are
fans find you?
the last show we'll be at this year is we'll have one of a company that works with us out at the Jackson Hole Hill Climb. They'll be representing some of our products, and then there's Snowfest at the end of the year here in Old Forge in New York.
Right on. And things should be back to normal next fall. Like, we should be back with our trade shows, Gary. I'm pretty sure. So.
Oh,
Yes.
I hope so. That's
We
why I
hope so.
bought a new sled, hoping that. But you know,
Yeah, it'll be back to
my
normal.
life. No, motorcycle show is happening, and there's a few shows happening in the spring. Farm show. Yeah, so it's going to come back. So
Yep.
yeah.
Good.
I'll be happy again once again. You know.
Yeah,
Yep.
we usually go to the Toronto show, but it's 2
Yep.
years we haven't been up there.
Yeah, no, I know. We went to the Peterborough show happened, and that might be a good show to check out as well.
Yeah, that's true.
It's Sled-orama. It's more hands-on, and you might find a little bit more connection with. I don't think the crowd would be as well. It wouldn't be as big as the Toronto show, but I think the crowd's there to buy.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be worth checking out Sled-orama. Maybe they'd work you a package deal for 2 for 1 for both shows or something like that. But
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind sending me the info, I'd love to look into that.
yeah, I can definitely do that. Rich and I are the spokespersons for Sled-orama, unbeknownst to us. They interviewed us there, and then next thing you know, we're on every social media channel saying how great the show is. I didn't get the contract to say I get $1 every time they use that clip. You know, every time Rich says it has to be blue, I should get 5 cents. I'd be a million. Rich gets $2, I get 5 cents. We'd be millionaires, Rich.
Yeah, I know.
Rich would
Well,
be a
Corey was supposed to do
billionaire.
that for us, right? He's the
He was
cameraman and our agent.
He was our manager, exactly.
He's our manager.
What the hell is Corey doing? You know, we'll blame it on him. That's
Yeah.
what we'll do. Yeah. So. Yeah. So there's the press, is it?
Yeah, yep, that's one of them.
Wow,
That's
that's
amazing.
pretty cool.
Yeah, there's some big boys.
So the dye fits in there, and then how long does it take to make one ski? Like after you put the plastic in, and is it plastic? What is it? Is it pellets that's melted, or is it a liquid that goes in there?
Actually, UHMW is like it's almost like sand. Some of it's
Oh.
like talcum powder. It depends on what color and what the mix is, but yeah, it's quite different than anything you see. It's a very different process, and it's pretty specific to making anything that you want to have that durability that UHMW has.
So when you're making white skis, is the cartel outside sniffing around?
that would be a good possibility.
Asking for a friend. So is it heat? Is it like is it the powder goes in and then it's heated when it's in the press, or how does that work?
It's heated under pressure, and then it's formed, and then we cool it and pull it out.
So it
Time
comes
heat
out
and pressure.
it comes out cold and ready to ride.
It comes out pretty cold, relatively speaking. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Look at that fuse panel there too. And he's got a bunch of instructions. He's probably got the secret recipe on there.
Zoom in real close.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's as close as I can get. Yeah,
He's
all your
guarded as the,
competitors are looking at it right now. That's how they do it.
The Colonel's herbs and spices.
Yeah. There's 32 herbs and spices there, Rich.
Yeah.
I just want to know if I ever get to tour your factory, if I can have a ride on that scissor lift back there.
You can get on that anytime you want. Just make sure
Gary's all about the details in the background. Hey,
Yeah,
Gary?
that's right. Oh, for sure. For sure.
Don't leave anything unsuspecting in a photo. Gary will pick it out like that.
I want someone to actually place things around a photo
Yeah.
on purpose for us.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's good.
Oh, we missed a picture there, the sideways shot. Wonder if I can I can rotate it. Can I? No, I can't. Not that
Nice, yeah,
not
well.
that high tech, but if we all turn our heads, we can see what it looks like.
That's
So
awesome.
this is your son, and who else is with him there?
No, that's Cody, one of our employees from from Curve Industries, and then you've got a proud owner of a new set of Curve XS skis after trying them out at the demo ride.
Oh,
Nice.
sweet. That's awesome.
Yep.
Hold on, I gotta get rid of a comment here. It's there we go. And this is the lovely wife?
No, this is
The mistress?
Rajul. This is Rajul.
I was going to say it's a different person, man.
Yeah, it's a different person. That's not me.
Rajul's posing with your mistress?
No. That's his wife. Rajul was a co-op for me from RIT. He now works for us full time out of India. He's
Nice.
he does all of our finance work. He does planning for us, marketing. Basically my right-hand man, and that's his wife. But why I sent this picture in is because they're both from India. They only came over here to go to school. Now they're back in India. This was their first time on a snowmobile. And
That's
you know,
awesome.
one of the single greatest moments in his life, right there, riding snowmobile with his wife Bhumika when I took him out.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, it's a different feeling. I can't imagine. They probably wouldn't even know what snow was, right?
No.
Yeah,
They
so, and then to be
let
able to-
alone have a snowmobile to even go snowmobiling. In the north, they do get a little bit of snow, but yeah, the experience for them, and this is one of the things I love to talk about in the industry too, is getting people out on a snowmobile. And I warn them, every single person, I said, when I take you out, I'm going to tell you right now, you'll be hooked. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's the result. They just absolutely love it. And I love taking new people out on snowmobiles to experience it, to the freedom of it and the adventure of it. There's just so much to snowmobiling, and just an amazing sport.
For
And
sure.
they're proof of it right there.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's neat to see, like something like that. They probably never even touched snow or felt snow or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally awesome.
Yeah. No. And you know they're going back having dinner, dinners and telling everyone, we rode a snowmobile, man. You wouldn't believe it.
And people are going, "What's that?" Like,
Yeah,
no
exactly.
interest. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
They
awesome.
spend how much for 6 weeks of riding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
We have to get over there and sell something to these suckers. Yeah. No, it's
American
cool.
Snowmobiler in the background.
There isn't there isn't another sport like it. I'll tell you something, man. Like, motocross is a different adrenaline. It's great. ATVing doesn't even remotely compare. I made that mistake. But the snowmobiling is amazing. Unless you're one of Mike Gooley's buddy, and then it's not so fun after you go for a ride.
Man. Man, you literally have every color, Nick. Like, look at that.
Yeah, look at in the trailer there, Rich. I don't know if you can see
I know.
in there,
I was
but
looking at
there's
the lime green, the white, but even
like
even
an
the fluorescent,
XRS
that's
yellow.
wicked.
Yeah,
That's wild.
the white is damn sexy too.
Obviously, you have all these on your website, Nick.
Yeah.
And everything. Okay.
Absolutely. Just take
What
your
is
pick.
what is the website URL there?
It's curveindustries.com.
And you're on all the socials as well, Nick. Yep.
Yeah.
Here, I'll post it in there. I just got to make sure I get the spelling right. So I'm going to call it up and cut and paste it in here so people can visit it after the show, not now.
Don't leave the show.
Yeah, exactly. You haven't gotten to the best part yet. Yeah, go visit there. And where can they find you on social media if they're looking for you as well? What's your handles?
It is, I think it's just Curve Industries for Instagram. I believe Facebook as well. I'm not as good at the social media stuff. The young guy to the left there, he's the one that handles that.
Yeah.
You seem to be fairly consistent in posting, though.
Yeah, he takes care of all that.
Yeah, because I follow you, and it's like it's a pretty good page, that's for sure.
Thank you.
So, yeah,
I appreciate that.
Nick, I got another question here. Someone was asking, obviously, and I'm sure it does, but he wants to know the UV, the different colors, they'll hold up to the UV, right? You won't get any fading in that over
Correct. There's actually a UV protectant in the mix that we use for the product.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for answering that.
You're welcome.
Yep. Perfect. Oh, look at that nice shot,
Yeah,
The
it's
snow.
good. Yeah, look at the snow glistening there in the light.
right?
So that's how you ride to that's how you transport yourself to a school board meeting the proper way.
That's awesome.
I love it.
That's
Yeah.
why that photo's there. I show up at the board meeting in my snowmobile gear, and
That's
yeah, I ride it everywhere.
that's great. I love that. This is one of the years we can do that, though, right?
Yes.
In the South, where the North can't so much. Is it who designed the wrap? Is this something you got from a wrap company, or did you have a designer work on that?
Yeah, I had a designer in-house work on that. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
She did an excellent job with that.
Yeah, looks good. And the curve in the name refers to the shape of the edge. Is there another reason for it?
No, that's specifically what it is. Curve Industries and cornering. That's really that's always been my focus is cornering and anything outside of the straight line performance. That's really what we focus on.
Nice.
That's where curve is. Curve
Now
of
you
the
got
ski and curve cornering.
Yeah. Now, is that belly protector on this sled part of your products, or is it just only skis that you
Nope.
have?
Just only skis and the ski accessories are what we offer.
Yeah. Nice. And how is it for like customers that maybe not sure what they need for their riding? Is it something they can contact your company or yourself and you'll walk them through of what it is? I know you asked Rich a few questions just about what his friend was like as far as what kind of riding he does and that kind of thing. And is that the way you typically handle it?
Yeah, absolutely. We love it when we get questions from customers because the more information we have, the better we can direct them towards the setup that they're going to be very happy with.
That's great. I love that. Custom tailor it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my wife and my sister-in-law. They're into riding too. They absolutely love it.
That's cool. There you go. See, we need more women in the sport like that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more.
Now it looks like there's fairly low to medium snow conditions there.
We're ATV and this is ATV.
Oh, yeah. As we see brown grass. Yeah. Have you ever thought about branching out into other product lines for ATVs? Like, I mean, plastic's quite an amazing material that you can form to be anything you want. Have you ever thought of experimenting for other product lines or other niches?
We have, and we do have an interest in getting into the UTV market.
Yeah, side-by-sides down your area is huge, right?
Yeah, I cannot believe the number of side-by-sides that we see. It's unbelievable.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we talk about Michigan Outlaws, it seems, every week because they have a huge side-by-side group. I mean, they have 5 side-by-sides on the channel and go to side-by-side events and all kinds of stuff. And it's like, it's just a whole new experience, I think when you get into that, right? Combine snowmobile in the winter and UTVing in the summer.
What a shot. That's awesome.
I know. I love it. Makes me want to be there. Make a big snow angel out in that field. Did your daughter take that too?
I believe that was her photo as well last night. Yes.
Wow, man. Be a
Man,
photographer.
Look at the blue in the sky too. Like, it's amazing. And you know what? You guys aren't seeing what I'm seeing on my screen. Like, it's way better in the original photo. Oh,
yeah, I didn't even look at it that close before, but looking at it on your screen, wow,
look at it.
Yeah, and if you
Even
crop
the
it,
shadows on there, yeah,
if you
that's
crop
awesome.
it like that, it's amazing, right? Yeah, that's cool. Love it. Very deep too. Look at the hills. So how far is that away from your house? That's right in your backyard, is it?
Yeah, that's actually our other property. We have a farm too, and that's from the hill on our farm.
Wowzer, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a beautiful view, isn't it?
That's why you do more backcountry than trail. You've got this in your backyard.
Yeah, Yeah, absolutely. It's and we have a whole state forest that borders the property, so it's spectacular. And then in the summertime, we have over 30 miles of mountain bike trails in that forest too. So it's really nice area.
All to yourself.
Yeah, it's great.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Are you adopting children at all?
That's it, eh?
53-year-old children to be exact.
Bald kids will be on their way down.
Yeah. You know what's funny though? People complain about this area, but they don't realize the natural beauty and the things that are available to you, because you know the closest city to us is Utica, and it's really a small city.
Right. Yeah. No, it's beautiful. Love it. Gary,
Gary,
where
post-
do we send in pics again? Come
Yeah, I was
on,
gonna say
Denon.
you passed-
You gotta
right?
know this. You
He's
ask
new.
us
He's new.
every week. He is. He's not new. He's in here every week, and I think he asks every week.
He's just testing you, buddy.
There we go. You know what? It's good because he's reminding me to put it up there. I got to put
Yep.
that logo up too. So,
Yep.
yeah. Fan photo at mudbrats.com. By what time, Rich?
Noon
On Monday.
Mondays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not 4:30 p.m. like Odie the sledding car guy. Noon. You know.
Yeah.
So look at the wheeling here.
Nice.
I was looking at these photos and all the skis are in the air. I'm thinking, why do you need curved skis?
You gotta settle down when you turn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you drop them and you really got to turn fast. That's where it came from. It's like, whoa, you know. Yeah, love it. Oh, here you are coming into the turn to wheelie out of it. I guess I got those pictures wrong. It's brap like that.
Coming out of the apex. Yeah.
Yeah. There he is.
Yeah,
Still hanging the skis.
We're looking our XM Pro model for really aggressive trail riders and soft snow is really proving to be a pretty good trail ski. I'm impressed with how well it's doing. I'm anxious to get it onto some of the aggressive trail riders out there to see what feedback they give us.
You got to get it on Gary's sled. MUDBRATS. Right? Who else thinks in there? I bet you sometimes Now thinks I need a set. He knows the woes. He crapped me up the other day about, did you read Rich's comment the other day when I was taking the skid out? And he goes, you ran over hockey sticks on the trail. Yeah. Love it.
Man.
Doing some more product testing there.
Yep. Right on.
What is this you're riding? Did we talk about the sled?
It's an Assault 850 146.
Nice.
Yeah, that Polaris did a heck of a job with the front end on that. It's actually the first Polaris I've ever owned, other than the Indy Light that we have, that's completely bulletproof, that every one of my kids' friends comes over and beats on, and every day
It still goes.
there's a new part that's fallen off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
But it still
340
goes.
lights. Yeah.
Yeah, they are great sleds. I had that last year and the year before. Great sled.
Yeah. Again, it was a ski that was the problem on that sled, right, Rich?
Yeah, the pro steers weren't right. You had to get the gripper skis for it. Made a difference, but
Or the curve skis.
You put the curves on. Yeah, I was gonna say put the curves on. It'd be better
Yeah.
than the pro steer for sure.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
A little fun fact about that Polaris chassis too, with that new front end,
Mhm.
what we figured out is that likes quite a bit of toe out. And it's funny because every sled that you look at, the toe adjustment on it makes a big difference, and regardless of the ski, but it's going to be accented more when you get a ski that's more precise, like a curved ski. And that sled right there,
Perfect.
it's a 1/4 inch toe out per ski,
Right.
which is unheard of. But that chassis and that front end, how it works,
Mhm.
that's what it likes. And I set up a younger girl's sled, and she's like, wow, what did you do to this machine? It's just a totally different machine. And it was a simple toe adjustment and just taking a little bit of compression out of the shocks.
That's
And
awesome.
that much difference. That's what shows the those little adjustments in figuring out what the chassis wants and what the chassis likes.
But
Right
if you don't have that, like that's when you're working one-to-one with people. If you're just buying them off the website, how does a customer get that knowledge? Is it something there where they put them on? If it works great, then it's good. But if there's any issues, or they like, if they feel they could get it tuned better, is that when they contact you, or how does that work?
So typically, a lot of our sales come from individuals who they're going to go to the dealer and ask the dealer, and the dealer will pick them up from the distributor. But customers that buy direct from us, they're always asking questions. So I always turn that around with asking more questions and giving them the setup tips that they need. And we actually, some of this information you'll find in our manuals too. This is new because this is something that we just discovered on this new Polaris front end. But this little bit of information is important, and we will start to put it out there so individuals know, hey, if you're looking at this chassis, here's where you want to be. A Skidoo, you wouldn't set it up like that, but that Polaris, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you. Like that's right too, right? So as you learn it, you just say, anyone that orders it, by the way, do this to opt for optimum performance.
Yeah.
Now, Denon has a question here. He says it's when he goes on the Curve site catalog page, the prices don't match. When you actually click on a ski, the XS are shown at 119 on a catalog when you click, but then 159 when he clicks on them to buy them.
So what it is depending upon which model you're choosing, and then if you're also choosing a package, it'll offer you a different price.
Oh, actually, someone answered.
And you said color too, right?
And color too is a different price as well.
Yep. Booner says is 119 for the discounted green color. All other colors are 159. There
Correct.
we go.
You have discounted colors that we offer.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
See, that's great. So
Cool.
Slowbee's in the house even tonight.
Yeah.
Rich.
Oh, I sent him a picture on the way up through North Bay. I took a shot
Yes,
of fannies and I sent it to him. And he was laughing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. A great establishment for those fans that don't know what fannies is in North Bay.
I'm a Fanny's ambassador. There we go.
That's wild. Look at the powder you're going through there. Hey,
I know the tunnel shows it all, right?
And even on the side panel, that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, snow's nice. We just got hit with a pretty good storm.
Right on.
Rich loved his assault like that too, eh? With the wheeling power of that thing.
It was crazy, yeah. Hooks up.
Yeah, that 850 runs good.
There's another nice shot too.
Yeah, that's what I took, and that's my daughter on the sled. She got to drive home, and that's my wife on the right with her ski.
Right on.
How many sleds do you own?
I think I'm up to 10 now.
What? Can you name them all, or you forget what you own there?
No, I've got a cool sled that I have is a custom built Yamaha watercross sled. It's a 700 triple. It's the loudest thing that you've ever heard. And oh man, I just love riding that thing. That thing is such a blast. I've got an 05 Rev 4 or no 06 Rev 440 because I had that as a race sled. I actually purchased a Cat in the beginning of that year, and then I switched over to the Skidoo. And when I rode the Skidoo Rev, I was like, "Are you kidding me? This thing it was just unbelievable, the difference." So I had to get another one. So I bought an 06, actually off of the mechanic from the Warner Racing team. Great guy. Met him out at Haydays. Just a cool individual. He's just got a lot of good stuff, and the sled's just absolutely mint. We've got that sled that you see there, that 11, the Skidoo 600 there.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Polaris 850, got a Polaris Indy Light. We've got that little 120 still. I've got a 2009 XP 800. I've got a 2015 Skidoo Renegade 800. We've got the Articat 2010 Snow Pro 500. We've got, what else do I have?
You're naming them all. Problem there, Nick.
I have a cool sled too, a 1980 Articat Trail Cat with the independent suspension.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool sled.
Right
and then
on.
I've got what is it, an 80? I think it's an 86 Jag. 86 Jag.
Right on.
So just a few.
Yeah, sweet. That's awesome. The Jags are awesome sleds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
that's a cool sled.
Yeah. Here's that Viper again.
Yeah.
This was actually my Viper. I turboed that, and that was a pretty sweet sled. That was a lot of fun.
Look at the gauge on it too.
Actually, Nick, that's my buddy had your skis on his 2014 Viper. He said it was an amazing, made a difference on his sled with a 4-inch round bar. They worked really well, so he loved it. So
awesome. That's a 14 right there. Yeah, I love that.
right. Yep.
So
I got a lot of fun on that machine.
Yeah. XSM good for aggressive trail riding on a crossover sled or more off trail? Why is that an old comment? I think
Definitely good for an aggressive trail rider.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome. That's cool. Yeah, I just think sometime is now for all his videos on the QAS suspension and shock footage that he's done. I've been watching a lot of them and learning. And I say, congrats, you're getting close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed to Sometime Is Now, make sure you go check that guy out. He's got some good content there. So, and it's getting better. So thank you for putting those videos out. And he's doing it with like back in the day when he had 300 subs, and, you know, he's giving you really good content. So if you got a QAS setup or R Motion, make sure you check him out after you check out my channel. Yeah. Slowby says, let's get sometimes now 1,000 subscribers, MUDBRATS. Shout him out now. He deserves it. He does. I just shouted him out, Slowby. God.
He came in right after it.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. Make sure you make sure you go give him some love for sure. He's got an awesome thing going there. And like I said, there's two guys there. All kidding aside, Slowby's grown so much in the last year too. I'm not talking about belt size. I'm talking about channel as well, and what he's doing on the channel too. So, but yeah, I want to see Greg hit 1,000 by the end of the month. So go on there and hit that subscribe button if you can. Sometime is now. It's not tomorrow. It's now. It's not yesterday. Well, could have been yesterday.
Yeah,
it isn't. So this is the one I thought was really funny. It caught my eye. Look at that
that's
thing.
Wicked. That's wicked.
It
the
almost
eyes,
has
bloodshot eyes.
Yeah, it almost has a personality, right?
Oh, for sure. Nice. Wicked.
Nick, is that one of your beasts?
No, that's not one of mine. That's one of the riders that we sponsor, actually a young girl, watercrosser. And our skis do phenomenal on the water. And this was one of those things, same thing, where we had a local pro racer, and I talked to him. Nah, skis don't make a difference. They don't make a difference. I'm not going to try them. He tried them, and we've had world championships in watercross, and they work very well on water. We've had really good success on water.
Oh, really? That's cool. I did see someone commenting on the water, using them in watercross. That's pretty cool. Oh, here's a nice shot of the bottom of the ski as well.
That's the XM, the mountain.
But look at the quality, the quality of the
the mold.
Now I see it's got a little. Can I get my laser here? Oh. I see it's got a little divot. Where is it? Sorry, I can't do it with zoom, but right in here. Is that like a snow scoop kind of thing, like to direct the snow?
Yeah, that's our variable geometry technology on the mountain ski.
Oh, right, sweet. I like it. I know some custom ski manufacturers, you have to buy their carbides, and it's nice to see that yours is to the point where you don't have to be at a shortage of carbides. If they can't get them from you, they can go to Royal or any other distributor and grab a set, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we don't want anybody limited, especially if you're out on the trail, you break a carbide, you need a new one. You want to be able to get them anywhere, anytime.
Yep. Now, do you have any other distributors, Nick? Or do you just sell direct from your website, or do you sell them to other distributors as well?
We do Western Power Sports and Parts Unlimited.
Okay, there you go. Very good.
We've been trying to get hooked up with Parts Canada, but we're having difficulty. So if you guys have any connections, We'd
Yeah.
love to help.
Yeah. Have you tried Royal Distributing as well, or is that something that you've looked at, Nick, or no?
I have not. However, if they're interested in becoming a distributor up in Canada, we're absolutely looking for more.
Yeah, because they got quite a few stores up here. They're pretty big now, Royal Distributing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a guy I'm going to send you his name, and you can hook up with him. Might be able to get you some roads up here.
Mm-hmm. So Nick, and you've said this already, but forgive me because I've had someone just ask me again. How many different models do you have of your ski again?
We have the XS model, which is the trail model. We have the XSM, which is the crossover model. And then we have the XM, which is the lightweight, more flexible mountain version. And we have the XM Pro, which is the more rigid, durable, heavier model.
Okay. And that would be for your really aggressive trail rider? Would you use that, or?
XM Pro, yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
If you're borderline snowcross type, that's when you'd go with the XM Pro.
Okay.
On the trail.
Great. And you say,
or if you just think you are, then you buy it, right?
Then you buy it too. Absolutely.
Yeah. Sure.
There's the color shots. Like, look at that.
Yeah, isn't that wild? I like the gray too. That's pretty sweet.
14 different colors there.
14 different colors. Yeah.
That's wicked.
Yeah.
And look at the different variants of the green. That's wild.
There you go. All the years that one light one would be for the Skidoo Renegade from a few years ago. And you got cats, all the cats represented.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Wow. It's like a rainbow.
Yeah, anybody interested in gray skis too, they'll be coming up on a sale here shortly as well. So
okay,
if you're interested, let them know.
Well, you think that it'd be a popular color, especially like with your Polaris XCR, Rich.
I was going to say that would look wicked on my XCR, Nick.
It would.
That would look wicked on my XCR with the gray accent on my hood. Yeah, that's what it would look wild.
Yeah, Sloby says, "I see Manta."
Manta green, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's
the first one there. Yeah,
that's what I was talking about. That's cool. Yeah, I think that's great. I love it.
No,
and the color, you got the old dew yellow and you got the new dew yellow there.
Yep.
You've done your homework, Nick. I'm impressed.
That was Cody, the young guy. I got to give him credit. He was the color master.
Yeah, great.
Now, is that how you do it? You test it with the resin when you're making it, Nick? Quite obviously, right?
Yeah, what we do is we get a sample from the manufacturer, the sample a piece of plastic or whatever it may be, and then we send it out and we have samples pressed until we get a match, and then we call it good.
Yep.
I like it. Now the skis' backs are really flat. Is there a reason for the design of that, as opposed to having a little bit of shape? Or is it because they're tipped up so much you don't need to have a rounded profile on that?
So the backside of the ski actually finishes out the variable geometry on the XS. And as you can see on the trail model, it's the most aggressive variable geometry profile. So that contributes to the design when the snow's finishing out the other end of the ski.
So we have the trail on the left here. Is that right?
Yeah, that's actually all of the XS model in different colors.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
There's a good close-up. That's wicked.
Yeah. That'll give you an idea. You can't imagine the colors here that I'm seeing too. They're a little bit faded on there.
Right on.
Yeah. Good stuff. Oh, that was it for the pictures for you. That's great.
Perfect.
Let me know if anyone has any questions for Nick in the chat here. We'll get right to them. Now, do you have YouTube channel or anything that people can learn about your products, or is that going to be MUDBRATS when we get going here?
I think that's a good call. I think that's a very good call. We do have a YouTube channel, but there is some information on there, sled setup tips, and we do have a little bit out there, but not nearly as well as you do. No doubt about it.
What are you thinking about, like, as far as where do you see Curve going, and like what do you have on the horizon, if you can divulge the what's coming up? Have you got any new technologies, new shapes, new skis? What's changing in that industry for you?
We do. We're actually we're always working on new products, but we are definitely looking at some different market opportunities with some ski technology that we have here in house. And also too, there's still a lot of people that don't know about us, and the best way to determine if any product is good for you is to actually get on it or have a friend get you on it. And we do a lot of demo rides, and we're looking to team up with more dealers, distributors to give customers the opportunity to feel the difference of an aftermarket ski in comparison to stock. Because at the end of the day, every sled comes with a set of skis, right? So the question is, well, geez, why would I buy a set of skis when I already have skis on my sled? And the challenge is getting that information out there and letting the individual know that, hey, you only get a limited number of rides every year, right? And we want those rides to be the best that they can be. And the ski is one of, two main contact surfaces. You have your track and you have your skis. That is so important, and it contributes so significantly to the handling of a machine that we feel that we need to build more partnerships and get more time out there where individuals can spend on the skis, get that setup information so they can enjoy that perfect ride every time they go out.
Yeah. Corey Brock wants to know if there's any coupon codes for Snowmobile session viewers.
We should have came up with that beforehand, huh?
Yeah. Well, if you want to do one, we'll just post it in the comments below, and I can put it out there on social media too. So if you ever you want to do something like that, we can set it up. So let's talk about that. But that's cool. Yeah.
There's a good question here. I just wonder how these could be superior to the manufacturer's skis. They put a lot of research into their designs. If they were far superior to the manufacturers, they would be copying the design. But it's a totally different design. We went over that, right? Obviously.
Well, actually, our design is patented technology, so the manufacturers can't copy our design.
There you go.
Nice.
And our 100% of our R&D goes into skis, where the manufacturer has, I don't know, 2,000-3,000 different components on the sled, and the amount of time that they spend on skis or have available to it is very limited in comparison to our 100% of the time. And that's why we're able to create a product that's superior to the manufacturer product for their machine.
Great question and great answer. Thanks, Nick. Yeah,
no, I was thinking they'd be patented. That's why you have something that unique and that good. It's not like the two-letter name ski that's just a straight hunk of plastic. These actually have a reason and a purpose to them,
They absolutely do have a reason and a purpose, and I love that statement too. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, it's true. They are, like, when you first see them, you go, wow, that's wild. Like, that's not a ski. It kind of takes you by surprise, the shape of them. And then if, like, for me, like, I know how much it's changed the downhill ski industry. And it's like, man, these parabolic curved skis, downhill skis, in a shorter length are going faster downhill than 215 centimeter racing skis, and they're carving better turns and all that stuff. So yeah.
I'm looking forward to. I'll try a set next year on the new sled there, Nick. Thanks, buddy. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Give her a try.
We'll have to get you both hooked up for sure.
Yeah, for sure. If anyone else has any other questions, let us know right now. Mike believes I got enough Manta pieces in my garage, all the busted parts. Red for Roscoe. Yeah, for sure. It looks good. I don't see any other questions. I think we've been kind of pounding them off as we went along.
Yep.
We talked about where we can find you. It's curbindustries.com. Make sure you check out that website, and at Curb Industries on social media, Instagram and Facebook. I know Instagram's a great place to keep in the loop of what's going on with Curb Industries. So, yeah, Dennis says basically the variable geometry takes in a lot of snow, packs it down under the ski. So no matter what the conditions are, you end up with the same density of snow. Denon's kind of an engineer by heart as well, so you can take his word for it. He says it makes them incredibly consistent across different conditions and resistant to darting because the keel profile is not the same across the length. Did he nail that or what?
He's a smart guy. I guess I better get his phone number.
Yeah, no, I can hook you up. So Bobby
He's
O
on
says,
top of it.
yeah, great. Yeah, well, like I said, he's a designer and an engineer. Great show, boys. Don't forget to buy them flowers and teddy bears for the better half before the next week's show starts. LOL. So
don't forget that.
Next week's show is not. There's no snowmobile sessions at 7 p.m. tonight, that night, because it is Valentine's Day. But there may be a show in the afternoon for the Ski-Doo launch. So stay tuned on my social media, MUDBRATS_SnowBrats, and YouTube for any upcoming video links. So we'll just say that for now. Yeah. So. Yeah, excellent skis. Curve XS for years. Goober 48, he says excellent skis in all conditions. So that's great. Yeah. Oh, that's great. So great show again. I appreciate that. But thank you for your time tonight, Nick. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you have anything you wanted to add before we say goodnight?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure what to expect coming onto the show, but this is excellent. What you guys are doing here is great. I had an absolute blast. I mean, I think 2 hours just went by, and I can't even believe
it is. It goes by fast, doesn't it?
How fast it went by. But no, you guys do an excellent show. I'm just very happy that you had me come on board here, and I love how you go through the pictures too. I mean, that's a brilliant way to really connect with everybody. So I sincerely appreciate that. And you taking the time to go through the photos and put that information up there. You guys you're doing a great thing here, promoting the sport. We're all passionate. We're doing our best to get everybody else involved, and you guys are doing an excellent job, but great show. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. It's all because of guests like you, right? We all learn something. I mean, I like to have guests on like this where everybody learns something, and people asking, the audience is interested in asking questions and interacting with you. And that just shows you how great of a company and product that you have there. And I think we all learned something about it.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's great.
Yeah. So where is it? Sometime is now. He says it's only 7:15 p.m. Is he on holidays, Rich?
He's in Arizona. He's actually doing some work. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Good job. I was wondering why he's saying that.
Yeah, he's in Arizona.
Yeah,
subcontract work. So good for him, man.
No, that's great. So no, we love our fans, and we love our guests as well. So, but we'll hook up, and we say this to everybody. If you ever have any new product or new innovations you want back on to do a launch or to let people know, we're glad to have you back on the show anytime, Nick.
For sure.
Great. No, thank you very much. I'd love to be on again for sure. You guys, this has been great. Thank you.
That was a lot of fun. Yep. And I'm going to roll the credits. Just stick around, and after the credits roll, we can shoot the breeze if you want, and away we go. But thanks a lot, fans, for watching. And we will. Yeah, Greg says no riding here, and Renegade X says great info. Thanks, and good to see everybody in the chat. Dominator says that's what it's all about, right? So
yeah.
Anyway, let's roll the credits. Good night, guys, and we'll see you on the next show, which will be probably the beer spa. So
nice.
That's going to be just a shit show. So just
that'll be good fun.
Put your seatbelts on, because Mike Goolies is there, Corey Brock, the whole gang's there. So Neil Owen, John Luke Lemire. We got to be on our best behavior because our sponsor's there. So anyway, it's going to be a riot. So. We'll see you guys for sure at that point in time, but keep up to date on the channel and the social media, and away we go.
For sure. All right, guys.
See ya.
Thanks.
It's a journey for